On a cold autumn night in Taurage, Lithuania, 5 friends gathered near the town's old fountain, their breath fogging in the crisp air. Giltine, a quiet girl with a silver locket dangling from her neck, stood at the center of the group, her dark eyes reflecting the flickering streetlights. "Who's up for the Giltine challenge?" she asked, her voice soft but firm. Mantas grinned, always eager for a thrill. "I'm in. Sounds like a legend worth testing." Ugnė adjusted her scarf, intrigued. "Giltine's the death goddess, right? Creepy, but I'm curious." Rūta shivered, clutching her arms. "My grandpa said never to mess with her. This feels wrong." Rokas shifted uneasily, glancing at Giltine. "You sure about this? It's giving me bad vibes." Giltine tilted her head, offering a small, reassuring smile. "It's just a game. Don't you trust me?" Her fingers brushed the locket, a keepsake from her sister, Vainora, who died years ago. She didn't tell them this game was more than a dare to her. It was everything. The 5 friends trudged through the empty streets of Taurage, their laughter echoing faintly against the frost-covered cobblestones. The autumn night was bitter, the air sharp enough to sting their lungs, and their breath puffed out in fleeting white clouds. Mantas swaggered at the front, his broad shoulders squared, tossing a half-mocking grin over his shoulder. "Relax, you lot," he called, voice booming with forced cheer. "It's just a creepy old house and a dumb legend. Giltine? Please. We'll be laughing about this tomorrow." Ugnė tugged her scarf tighter, her hazel eyes darting to the shadowed corners of the street. "I don't know, Mantas. My grandma swore Giltine was real. Said she saw her once, tall, skeletal, with a tongue that could snatch your soul. It's not a joke to her." Rūta, smaller and more timid, hugged herself against the cold. "My grandpa too. He told me never to say her name after dark. Said it's like ringing a bell for death." Her voice quivered, and she shot a nervous glance at the looming silhouette ahead. Rokas walked beside her, hands stuffed deep in his pockets, his brow furrowed. He nodded toward Giltine, who strode ahead of them all, her steps deliberate, her dark hair whipping in the wind. "What's your take, Giltine? You're awfully quiet." Giltine didn't break her stride, but her head tilted slightly, her voice soft yet cutting through the night. "I've studied the legend. Giltine's more than a story, she's a presence. But we'll see what happens." Her fingers brushed the silver locket dangling at her throat, a fleeting gesture the others missed. Mantas snorted, elbowing Rokas. "See? Giltine's not fazed. Don't be such a baby." Rokas scowled, his unease growing. Giltine's calmness felt wrong, like she knew something they didn't. Her eyes, dark and unreadable, seemed to gleam with a purpose he couldn't grasp. As they neared Giltine's manor, the air thickened, the playful banter dying on their lips. The manor rose before them, a hulking relic at the town's edge, its jagged outline clawing at the starless sky. Cracked stone walls were choked with ivy, and its windows gaped like hollow sockets, black and unblinking. A rusted gate groaned as Mantas shoved it open, the sound scraping through the silence like a scream. "God, this place is a nightmare," Ugnė whispered, her earlier bravado crumbling. She clutched her bag closer, as if it could shield her from the manor's gaze. "That's the fun of it," Mantas said, though his grin faltered as he stepped onto the gravel path. The crunch beneath their boots felt too loud, too final. Giltine followed last, her fingers lingering on the locket again. She could feel its cold weight against her chest, a tether to something ancient, something inevitable. She didn't flinch as the wind howled through Giltine's manor's broken panes, carrying whispers of rot and ruin. Inside, the foyer swallowed them whole. Dust hung heavy in the air, coating their throats with every breath, and the stench of decay seeped from the walls. Cobwebs draped like funeral shrouds, and the floorboards groaned as if protesting their presence. Flashlights sliced through the gloom, revealing tattered furniture and faded portraits, stern faces staring down with hollow eyes. "Look at this," Ugnė said, her beam landing on a painting of a woman in black, her expression severe. Think she lived here? Probably, Rokas muttered, peering at the frame. They say the last family vanished decades ago. No one knows why. Some say the manor's cursed, built on old burial ground or something. Mantas rolled his eyes. Superstition. It's just an old dump. But Giltine wasn't listening. Her flashlight had found something else, a faint, intricate symbol etched into the floorboards, half hidden under years of grime. She knelt, tracing its curves with a steady hand, her breath barely stirring the dust. Ugnė, the chalk, she said, her tone clipped. Ugnė hesitated, then fished a piece from her bag. What's it for? The ritual, Giltine replied, already sketching the symbol anew. The chalk rasped against the wood, each line precise, as if she'd drawn it 1,000 times before. It calls her. The others exchanged uneasy glances but gathered closer as Giltine finished. She rose, brushing off her hands, and pulled a box of candles from Rokas's outstretched grip. One by one, she placed them around the symbol, their wicks flaring to life under her match. The flames danced, casting twisted shadows that seemed to writhe along the walls. Form a circle, Giltine commanded, stepping into place. Hold hands. They obeyed, their fingers clammy and trembling. Giltine stood between Rokas and Ugnė, her grip like iron. Chant with me, Giltinė, Giltinė, come to us, show your face. Their voices stumbled at first, a ragged chorus in the suffocating dark. Giltinė, Giltinė, come to us, show your face. With each repetition, the words grew bolder, the air colder. The candle sputtered, wax dripping like tears onto the floor. Then, without warning, the flames snuffed out. Darkness crashed over them, and Ugnė yelped, clutching Giltine's hand tighter. What the hell? Mantas started, but his words died as a sickly green glow pulsed from the cracked mirror across the room. The light swelled, and something moved within it, something tall, thin, and impossibly wrong.